Hi everybody. Thanks First Person Arts people, and thanks to everyone for being here. So it's vacation time, and I'm going to start off with a sonnet called Vacation. You're driving down the fairway on the bluff. Late August breeze upon your midlife brow. A snack cart girl in shorts comes by to sell you beer, to light your Davidoff cigar. I should have gone to the spa. Instead I walk the ankle-breaking beach where thirsty surf sucks rocks and invisible horses clop with their invisible burdens of onions. Sun stuck like a burner on high, crab pinching the air. It's like a vision from the time machine. But no, this is the good life. You're on the resort course with the guys, aiming for birdies and pars, not trying to pick up women in the hot tub or the hotel bar. I couldn't be happier. This is a poem called Vamos a morir juntos, which means let's die together. And it was inspired by a little piece of art craft I saw in a gift shop, and it had a tiny little groom and a tiny little bride in a coffin together with a banner across them that said, let's die together, vamos a morir juntos. To see the two, I had to squint into the mirror the artist stuck to the half-opened lid of their silk-lined matrimonial coffin that made their side-by-side deliciousness multiplied, and me the voyeur who stared at the matchstick groom and corn-husk bride. I'm still struggling to understand the Mexican romance with death. What is it like to love someone so much you'd rather die together than let death part you? Unbearable for one to go on as four loose ends of a love knot, or as a bug on its back with nothing to hug or hump but the thin air. In widowhood, imagine combing all the lost and founds of the world for another with whom you have so much incompleteness in common. As for these sweethearts, I suspect them of deeply passionate fights. Carta Blanca bottles shattered on the floor, threats, truths plunged. Oh, love, killing love. Love that is a shard in the heart. Remorse that bleeds in big white spurts of glue. I couldn't shake those lovers from their box, or separate one without tearing the other. Who loves like this? I asked the mirror. This poem is called Hearth, and you guys are familiar with the Mother Goose rhyme, The House that Jack Built. It's a cumulative poem with a refrain line, well, a bunch of refrain lines. So this is called Hearth. This is the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the husband who kindled a fire in the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the log, fat as a cask, trundled in by the husband to stoke the fire he kindled in the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the wife who asked the husband not to add the log, fat as a cask, because it could roll from the fireplace and burn down the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the irk that stirred in the husband, asked by the wife, fearful of flames, not to add the log, fat as a cask, to the fire he built in the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the carpet fire, sparked by the log, that rolled from the hearth, per the fears of the wife, who asked the husband not to add the log, fat as a cask, to the fire he built in the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the haste of the wife who rushed to the window to clear the smoke that fumed from the fire, but who didn't listen to her husband when he yelled, "Don't open that window," because she guessed that he was trying to deny that the carpet was in flames, due to the log, fat as a cask, that rolled from the hearth in the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the window that fell on the hand of the wife, causing a general bloody mess and squashing her wedding ring, because it was an off-the-track window which the husband didn't fully explain, because he was busy heaving the log, fat as a cask, back into the fireplace and stomping out the carpet fire in the house on Blackberry Lane. These are the tin snips in the hand of the husband who said, "Isn't this perfect? I gave you that wedding ring and now I'm cutting it off." Still he freed from its golden vise the throbbing finger of the wife, who rushed to the window to clear the smoke, fumed by the flames, sparked by the log, fat as a cask that rolled from the hearth in the house on Blackberry Lane. This is the new wedding ring. This is the new wedding ring, bought by the husband who plighted new troth to the same old wife he loved well enough. And this is the new carpet in the house on Blackberry Lane. Now may further talk be banned of the tin snips that freed, the window that slammed, the smoke that fumed, the carpet in flames, and as for the log, fat as a cask, let nothing more be said of that. So on a slightly sweeter note, I would compare you. Sort of riffing on Shakespeare sonnet, could I compare thee to a summer's day? I would compare you to the walk when it is cleared of snow, my desk plowed of its papers, the January thaw, the found key, the small favor. Like coffee in the morning you are, and your smell, that evening musk of sweat and jacket leather. Let me speak of your sea-green vest, your funny mermaid tie, but not of the years that pound by on their quick and burly legs, or those who lie or half-lie for their cause, or use insult to end debate. I have never believed in faith, healers, but I would say you are like one who means to banish my bedeviling griefs. Above all, you are like a Friday, anticipation purely, hope suspended in the air, what may never happen or be known, nor spoil, nor fade. This poem takes place in Costa Rica, and there's a term here, ticos, and ticos are what Costa Ricans call each other. With an open Bible and a heart like the Arenal volcano, the street preacher was spewing his own fire and brimstone into the plaza. I couldn't tell you what chastisements charred his lips, but I can tell you that all around him in San Jose, couples dizzied each other with public kisses, their arms and legs looped into doughy love knots. What verses the preacher had chosen for his sermon I couldn't say, but I can tell you that the air was abloom with diesel exhaust and tropical fruit. A man was selling the last lottery tickets of the day. Los últimos, he baritoned, and beside him, in a smaller voice, a beggar begged. As for the lone young men that night, many I saw, their eyes hot and dark as banked coals. I couldn't tell you which of them would find a woman, or having found her, stick to her and love her more or less through the mountainous years. But I can tell you that everywhere, dark ticos and blonde ticos, of citizens a veritable host, were eating ice cream that Sunday evening. Soft serve mostly, but the scooped kind also. Vainilla, chocolate, crooned the vendors from their carts and shops. The people flocked about them, on their tongues received the cold and delicious blessings. I can't tell you the name of the street we strolled, or why, holding hands, we felt far from what troubled us. But I can tell you that the night was mild, and it forgave much. I'm going to conclude with a poem called Sublunary and All, and sublunary refers to the earth as it exists below the moon. You are my bubble tea, you are my knobby knee, you are my cell phone and my skeleton key. You are my praying mantis, you are my lacy panties. You are my nowhere, my Atlantis. You are my book, you are my match, you are my Trader Joe's, my TJ Maxx. You are my upper and my last, as well my heel, my tic-tac-toe, my soap, my nasal spray, my radio. What I am to you, I'm shy to ask. I may not be the caffeine in your Coke, your pair of dice, your crypto quote, your corned beef special, your bowl of borscht. Baby, there are days you're not my profile or my 2-eye shot, my mic, my makeup, or my token for the bus. Not all is equal in the couple world, or fair or right. One may love more, the other less. But in the well of night, beneath the sickle moon, I know you are my bling, my jelly bean, my medicine, my spoon. Thank you.